What's the key to writing a good letter?
Well, there's two things. First of all, we know that if you write any letter, particularly if it's a work-related letter that begins with "Dear Sir" or ends up with "Yours faithfully," yours sincerely, that most people, 70% of the time, don't read the middle bit. So what we do is we look at the letterhead and we look for the "Dear Bert," and we think, who's this from? Go to the signature, then you make a decision whether you're going to read it or not. And most of the time we find people don't read it. So the key is to be able to talk in letters like you talk, like we are now. And the funny thing is, that in Australian people, we talk like this now, yet I'm likely to go away if I'm an average person and write "Dear Bert." Yet how would you feel if face-to-face I was to meet you and say, "Dear Bert"? What would you think?
Personally, I'd like it. So you think we should drop that? Because I thought that was tradition.
Well, it is, yeah. You imagine it is, as I left, I said, "Bert, I'll always remain yours faithfully."
Yes.
What would you say? I mean,
I've heard that before from people, and it's never true, you know. Never true.
Well, there's a reason why we talk like that. If you go back to England 200 years ago, people would meet in the street and they would say, "My dear Bert, further to our conversation of the 10th inst, I have here for your perusal." And because we don't talk like that. And as they leave, they'd say, "Bert, I'll always remain yours sincerely, your humble servant." And of course, what's happened is language has changed for people in Australia, but people still go home and write "Dear somebody or other," and they're not effective letters.
So what should we do?
Well, if we met face to face like this.
I mean, if you write to someone and you want to really get the message, what do you do? Like, "Listen here, rough nut." They get straight into it.
Yeah, that'll work. That would work.
Would it really?
Well, let's say that you don't know the person.
Yes.
If you rang them on the phone, what would you say?
"Oh, hello, Allan, how are you?"
You say, "Hello, how are you?" You say, "Good morning."
I'm a great ad-libber.
You say, "Good afternoon." You say, "Good evening." And the key with writing letters is if you get the first lines right, the first two lines, such as, "Good morning, Bert." Now, first of all, somebody says, "This is a bit different." So therefore, they'll read the next line. Now, if they get to the next line, we found if they read that line, they'll read the entire paragraph. So once you've got the first part, which is the same as if you met them face to face. Now, if you don't want to use "good morning" or "good afternoon," you can start off with a sentence. For example, "Bert, you may be amazed to hear this, ... and that replaces "Dear Bert." If you put "Dear Bert," you mean you're in deep trouble. I mean, I got a letter the other day about a parking fine, which I'd apparently neglected, and they said, "Dear Mr. Pease, we're going to put you in jail, yours faithfully." And they weren't faithful or dear about the whole situation. So it's right the way you actually talk, and then people will begin to read what's in the letter.
Yeah, but don't you think sometimes, though, that people can ingratiate themselves a little too much and